So today I'm just gonna show you how I reset my week because I really need a reset right now. I haven't done a proper one in pretty much a month, so it's long overdue. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Okay, so first things first, I'm actually gonna do my makeup because I want to look presentable for myself, and that makes me feel really good. Now, obviously, you don't have to do your makeup to feel good about yourself. It's anything that makes you feel clean or presentable. So let's say, for example, just even taking a shower or combing your hair or putting on a comfortable but nice outfit. Things like that. And now, since I'm finished, I have this mess that I need to clean up, so I will do that now. And after that is done, I'm also gonna clean my coffee machine corner because I made a coffee earlier today and I didn't clean it up. So of course I left a mess and I just need to quickly wipe that down. And now I am just cleaning all of my tools that I use. So the espresso handle and my frother, and just put them back where they belong. I'm really happy with the coffee corner that I have. It's honestly so great and so cute. But after that, I'm just gonna clean my kitchen as well. So just do my dishes because honestly, dishes are so annoying. They always pile up. Even when I'm recording this right now, I have a pile of dishes waiting for me. And since I learned how to properly clean during COVID because I had so much free time on my hands, now the idea of cleaning isn't so stressful mentally for me. So that's good. And this is the clean kitchen. The point of all of this at the end of the day is just to have that clean space so you can keep a clear head when you're resetting your life and your planner and your goals and everything. So now everything is cleaned, I feel and look good, I'm prepared, it's time to do the reset. I have my computer here and I have my water. So we just need to get started. What do I do first? Brain dump, anything that's in my head because I haven't really used my planner much to just instantly put everything in that I am thinking about. So I'm gonna do that first. I'm just gonna add literally just anything. The next thing I'm going to do is organize everything by urgency, and I'm going to use the prioritization option and basically use that as like an urgency option because I feel like urgency right now in this situation is more important than importance. Anything that's urgent just needs to be done just so I can get that weight lifted off my shoulders, and then I can actually focus on the important things that are technically not urgent. So let's just do that. Now I am going to sort everything. So the most urgent things go on top and then the least urgent things go to the bottom. So that bit is done. Now I'm actually gonna go to my ClickUp. Since there's been such a long gap between the last time I planned and scheduled everything to now, going to ClickUp and sorting all of that, everything that is overdue, is stressful right now. And the idea of it will make me stressed and overwhelmed. So a good thing you can do is literally just no matter what your main scheduling planning app is, if it's very overwhelming to look at right now, go back to a very simple app, like a simple task management tool or even a notes app. Anything that's super simple and super straightforward, that's not super organized, so you can start from somewhere, do a simple to-do list to get you on track and get you into the momentum. Quick cat break. I just want to show you how cute Bella is sunbathing on the couch or on the armchair. she's absolutely loving it. Now the next thing I'm gonna go through and organize is my to-do-list. I usually use to-do-list to just quickly add tasks that come into my mind, or just quick to-do lists or grocery lists or a wish list or whatever. And I usually use it a lot, but in the last month I've used it only a little bit. So there are some things that, you know, are probably already done that I can check off. Some things are not relevant anymore, so I'll get rid of them. And then the things that, the tasks and reminders and notes that are still relevant, I'll organize them later. I'm just deleting and cleaning up right now. Then after that is done, I'm gonna go to my ClickUp, and that's where I will just clean it up a little bit as well, because there are some things that are not relevant anymore, some things that are already done, and anything else that's still relevant, I will organize later. Now, once I've organized Todoist, I'm gonna go through my Evernote and just delete everything that shouldn't exist anymore and doesn't need to exist anymore, because a lot of these notes are just quick notes, things like that. So we're just gonna go through those as well. So basically how my Evernote is set up is that any note that I make, the default notebook that it's going to land in is called to be reviewed. So it makes deleting and finding quick and pretty much useless notes very easily for me, and it won't clutter the other notebooks that are quite important to me and are actually nicely organized. Okay, so the next thing I am going to do is I'm gonna go to ClickUp and just go through any tasks and reminders that are not relevant anymore, or I've already done them. And yeah, just clean it up, but I won't schedule anything or sort anything. I will do that later. I just wanna declutter it a little bit so it looks a bit less overwhelming. So now that I've finished decluttering my notes apps and my to-do list apps, project management apps, anything that I use for basically tasks and notes and all of that, now it's time to declutter the stuff in my phone. And that is basically my emails. I find it very comfortable to declutter my multiple inboxes at the same time in my phone. When you have multiple emails, then I think it's way more comfortable using your phone where all of the accounts are connected instead of doing it one by one on desktop. And then also the gallery as well, because that gets full really, really fast, especially for me. So I'm gonna just do that as well. Now I have decluttered my gallery and my emails, and now I just have to declutter my computer as well, so all of my computer files. The downloads and the desktop is where most of the files that you don't use go to. But of course you can go through other files as well. You can go through your programs, but you don't have to do it every week. It's mostly just a desktop and downloads folder. The others you can even probably declutter quarterly, but yeah. Okay, so basically everything is decluttered now and the computer files are organized. Now we actually go to the planning part. So organizing all your schedules, getting on top of your goals, your habits, everything like that, and resetting your systems basically. So the first thing, I'm gonna start from the biggest and then break down to the smallest. So the biggest thing, of course, the root of the reason why we do everything is your goals. Now I use ClickUp to plan my goals because they have a whole goals section here, and it's truly amazing. I need to reset all of this. None of this is updated. Everything's like kind of old. So all of this basically needs to be resetted except the 2022 goals. Like those need to be updated as well. So whatever you're not on top of, you just reset. So let's say it's been a month and you haven't planned anything. Then you start planning the month first before breaking it down into your weekly goals. And how do you actually get your monthly goals? You get it from your quarterly goals. And how do you get your quarterly goals? You get them from your yearly goals. And how do you even get your yearly goals? Like, it all just goes bigger and bigger. I believe I have 2 goal setting videos already, and one is about how to set goals on ClickUp. So if you haven't seen that yet and you haven't even set your yearly goals yet, definitely do so. I will link it somewhere on top of the screen so you can check that out first if you need to. Because even if you have planned your goals for the year, you can use, that video also shows you how you can use the ClickUp goals feature, which is great. Okay, hi. It's the second day, and yeah, I didn't do it all in one day. You don't have to do it all in one day because it can get quite overwhelming mentally, especially if you have a lot of tasks, habits, goals, everything, and all this data to go through. You can even stretch it to 3 days if you'd like. Oh, and also sometimes we genuinely don't have time. Like if you are working the next 3 days, don't let that stop you. Just do maybe an hour every day, and maybe 3 hours is all you need. I have my coffee here and my phone because now I'm gonna go through my habits. Now I have a habit tracking app and it's called Loop, and I have talked about it in a previous video where I compare multiple habit tracking apps, because to some people this might not be the perfect habit tracking app for them, so they can choose another one. So I was just comparing the highest rated ones that I could find in the Play Store. So definitely check that out if you would like to. But you can also track your habits on a spreadsheet. I also have a video about that. There's so many ways you can track your habits, but right now, currently, having an app on my phone has been the best way for me. So basically the point of this part right now is just to go through all of your habits, see if any of them need to be deleted that you don't really do anymore, or they're not important to you. So just go through everything, see if there's anything that needs to be changed or needs to be added as well. That is done. Next is your morning and night routines. So wherever you have them or wherever you want them to be. For me, it's literally in a notes app that can become a widget on the home screen. So simply, it's the Samsung Notes. Simple as that. It's really easy to use and it looks nice and clean and simple on the home screen because then I can access it easily. And I'm just gonna make a simple list, and this list will also include the habits that I already have in my habit tracker just in case. So when I see it twice, then I'm more inclined to do it, but that's how my brain works anyways. You can even simply make the morning routine into your habit app if you want to. You can do that too. But yes, it really depends. There's so many ways of doing it. And your systems can always change depending on what your needs are at the time. And that's perfectly fine. Okay, so I think this is fine. We're not striving for perfection here. If I can think of anything else later, or I want to remove anything else later because I realize it's actually not that important to me, I can just remove it. It's not a big deal. Alright, so next we're gonna do the night routine. So I'm just gonna brainstorm and then I can organize everything later. You can do the exact same thing. Just jot down anything that you find important so you can prepare for the next day.
Welcome to another day in the life of...
So it is day 3 and I just finished work and I came home and I just got very comfortable, put on a candle, made some tea. So let's get started. So I have all of my tasks everywhere and now I'm just going to put them all in one place so I can prioritize and organize all of these tasks in one planner. For me, it's ClickUp, but you can use any other project management software or notes app or whatever works for you, or like a task management app. And I'm putting it in the overdues section because that's where I like to organize everything. I like to have them from overdue to then scheduled. And then when I have added the tasks to ClickUp, I'm just going to remove them from Todoist. Now Todoist is done, so if you have tasks in a Notes app or another tool, just put them all in your main. Okay, now everything has been added. Another way to get tasks is from your reoccurring or constant to-do list. Now if you don't want to know what I mean, I do have previous videos about constant to-do lists. I think they're great, but long story short, it's basically just tasks that you do on a regular basis. Let's say like cleaning the bathroom or scheduling a hair appointment. So it's a great list to have. I have it right here in my planner and I'm just gonna go through them and then I'm gonna set a date for them that makes them overdue. And then duplicate them, not move them, I will duplicate them into my week at a glance list. Now I will set the date, so 3 days ago, for example. And then duplicate tasks to week at a glance. Now it's duplicating and it's been done. Now that is done. So now we want to go through the goals that we set for ourselves and the goals for the week basis. So if you use ClickUp like me and you set your goals here, then you just go through them. So you just check if you have the tasks necessary in your schedule to reach those goals by the end of the week. So just do that as well. Now the next thing we're gonna do is sort everything. So basically prioritizing and sorting all the tasks, and there's so many ways of doing it, but you can do the same in every other task or project management app. So the ways you can organize tasks, for example, is the energy it requires to complete it. It could be physical energy, mental energy, urgency. So how urgent is the task? How time sensitive is the task to be completed? Then there is importance. How much of a reward do you get back from completing this task? And when I mean reward, I mean like, does it get you closer to your goals way faster than another task, for example? For me, I use these custom fields, and it's basically time estimate, so how long I estimate that the task should take. Usually if I'm not really sure how long it would take, I overestimate, just so I have more time if I do end up doing it faster. However, some tasks I've done so often that I have the time it takes memorized in my brain. Don't put the ideal numbers here. If you're not sure, then overestimate. Then we have the due date, so we will deal with that later. I have my priority section, so you can set many different priorities as you can see here. So that's another way. Then I also have a progress bar, so every time I complete a subtask within this task, it basically shows how much of that task I have completed. And then I also have another section called mental effort. But yeah, there's so many ways of doing it. This is just how I do it currently. I've always changed it up. I used to change it up constantly, but so far this has worked for me. So I'm just gonna fill all of these and then we'll go from there. Now it's time to schedule everything. So schedule just your week ahead, and anything else that doesn't fit into your week, just reschedule it for the next week. Now what should you do if you're in the middle of the week and you're basically planning for your week when it feels like it's already too late? It's not too late. If you're doing this on Wednesday, you can just plan till Sunday, and then anything that's left you just schedule for next week, like Monday. However, if it's Saturday or Sunday, then just plan the Saturday, Sunday, and then the next week ahead as well. For me, I'm finishing this on a Tuesday, so I'm going to plan till this Sunday. Now, why do I add time estimates? Now, I've made a video on this before, but basically setting time estimates for your tasks prevents you from overscheduling your days, so it won't feel like you're not being productive because there's so many of these tasks that are not getting done, and it's because you're not being productive enough, when in reality you didn't even have that much time in a day to complete all of that. And let's not forget to break down any tasks that seem scary to do or looking at them feels overwhelming, so you just keep procrastinating on them, which is obviously not ideal. So just break them into subtasks, so much so that when you look at the next subtask that needs to be completed to get closer to finishing this task, it will seem very easy. Like, oh, this will only take 2 minutes. I can do that, no problem. So, in summary, what did I do to do my big reset? I tidied up my space just enough so it doesn't make me feel overwhelmed and makes me feel a little bit calm and in control. I took care of myself, eating a nice meal, showering, combing my hair, putting on a nice outfit, and even makeup. Then I went through all my notes apps and to-do apps to declutter them as much as possible. And of course, decluttering my digital space in general, so my emails, my photo gallery, my computer desktop, all of that. Then reviewing goals, then refreshing my habits and routines, sorting and organizing all of my tasks and projects in one digital tool, prioritizing them, and scheduling them. And of course, let's not forget breaking down your tasks and projects, especially your projects. So I hope this video helped you. If it did, let me know by giving it a like, and if you want to see more content like this, definitely subscribe and all of that. But all in all, I hope you have a productive week, and I will see you next time. Ciao!